have you join in, and let's get started. When you're ready, you just lie back, close your eyes, and you breathe. Continuing to take the time to settle in, taking the time to slow down. Just a few more breaths, a few more moments out of the day. And your next inhale is a nice full, deep inhale. You fill the belly, fill the chest, and as you're ready, release the breath, drawing your knees in. You wrap your arms around your shins, hugging your thighs tight. And you gently rock from side to side. Let's in some movement. The thighs hugging tight towards the abdomen, waking up the hips. Then back to center, hands behind your knees as you rock from the tailbone to the shoulder blades. You find a bit more coordination with the movement, working it with the breath, the inhales drawing you forward, exhales pushing you back. And the next inhale draws you up to sitting. You sit tall. The back of the neck is long, the eyes remain closed. You take a moment. And on inhale, you rise up. Tadasana. You find your balance. The feet are firm, shoulders back. The eyes are closed. Then palms together at your heart. And on inhale, you take the arms up, lengthening. And exhale as you fold forward over your legs. You get the hands to the floor and inhale, right foot steps back, low lunge. Exhale, left foot forward, plank pose. And lowering towards the floor. Inhale, forward, nice and broad. And exhale as you press back down, dog. You settle. You pedal the feet, roll the shoulders, sway from side to side. Starting to wake up. Starting to lengthen out. Inhale, right foot forward, low lunge. Exhale, left foot forward, folding over your legs. And inhale all the way back up, full extension. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg reaches back. Right leg back. And exhale. Inhale, forward. And exhale, back. Nice, smooth, coordinated movement. Finding that length between the breath and the body movement, so that neither feels rushed, neither feels cut short. Inhale, left foot. Exhale, right foot. Inhale, full extension, reaching up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg back. Left leg back. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. You're heavy with the heels. Count on that downward pressure through the heel with that upward lift of the tailbone. Working that full line of the legs. Inhale, right foot. Exhale, left. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg. Right. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right leg. Left. And exhale. Inhale, broad across the column. And exhale. Down dog. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Right. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale. And exhale. Relax your arms, close your eyes if they've opened. Tadasana. Nice and steady, nice and tall. Then with the big toes close, the heels apart, you bend the knees, drop the hips, and sweep the arms straight. The tailbone draws under. The low back is long, torso lifted. You feel grounded. Nice and steady. Exhale as you fold forward over your legs. You catch hold of whatever you got, your toes, your ankles, shins. Draw the body long. Again, the tailbone's actively tilting, the head's hanging heavy. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. You float or step the feet back. Down dog or vinyasa. And a gentle bend in the knees. You look up between your hands and inhale, float or step to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale as you rise all the way back up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Then lifting that left leg as you open up wide to the long edge of the mat. Those right toes continue to point forward. The arms open into a T, setting up for triangle pose. Right hip hugs under. Right arm reaches forward. And you hinge over. The right hand lands down wherever's comfortable. The shin, the foot, maybe the floor. Then taking that left bicep next to your left ear. Extended side triangle. You're long through the crown of the head. Right hips hugging in towards the midline of the mat. On an inhale, you rise up. Then bending that right knee, warrior two. Put your hips low behind that right thigh. Then reaching forward, side angle. Elbow to thigh or hand to the floor. That left bicep goes long next to the left ear once again. If you want to wrap it for your bind, feel free. Catching the inner thigh or catching hands. But you roll that left side back. And again, you feel long through the crown of the head, just like you did in triangle pose. That sense of lengthening out the torso. Extending towards the top edge of the mat. And on exhale, hands to the floor. As you step that right foot back, plank pose, top of a push-up. Then roll to the left side, side plank. The outer edge of that left foot, left hand. That right arm can reach up. The left knee can lower to help stabilize you. Maybe you lift that right leg up. Whatever you like. But you find a strong, coordinated lateral line. Pushing the floor away. Then nice and smooth as you come to center. Down dog or vinyasa. Gentle bend in the knees. You look forward and you float or step to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, rising all the way back up. And exhale, hands to your heart. And the right leg lifts. And you open up wide. Setting up for triangle pose. Left toes point forward, arms into a T. You reach toward the top edge. and you hinge over. And then bringing that right arm next to your, and you lengthen out. From those right fingertips from the crown of your head all the way back to your tailbone. Nice long level line. Inhale, rising. Warrior two. Front knee bends. The hips sit low. Then when you're set with your stance, reach forward, side angle. Elbow to thigh or hand to the floor. And that right arm once again goes long overhead. Maybe wrapping for your bind if you like. But roll the torso open. Trying to turn the center of your chest towards the ceiling as best you can. Then exhale, right hand comes down. Left foot steps back, plank. Then you roll to the right side, side plank. Right hand, outer edge of that right foot. Maybe lowering the right knee. Maybe lifting that left leg. Nice and smooth, you come to center. Down dog or vinyasa. Inhale, the right leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward. High lunge. The torso lifts. You bounce your weight front to back, reaching those thighs in opposite direction. Then palms together, thumbs between the shoulder blades. Elbows point up. Abdominal wall is active, drawing in, keeping the low back stable as you try and lift your sternum, pushing your head against those forearms. Then inhale, straighten the arms up. You're going to shift your weight forward to warrior three. Moving out over that right leg. You work to get parallel with the floor. The crown head extends forward. That left leg reaches back. Maybe you roll that left hip towards the floor just a touch to help level the low back. And with as much control as you came in, you slowly step that left foot back. High lunge. Then palms together, thumbs to your heart. You twist to the right. Revolve side angle. Taking that left elbow outside that right thigh. You can broaden the arms, you can bind if you want to go tighter. That nice long spiral this way. Right shoulder rolling back, left side drawing under. The collarbones broad so you can breathe deep into the upper chest. And inhale back to center, high lunge. And exhale, hands to the floor as you step back. Down dog or vinyasa. And inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale, and steps forward, high lunge. Set your base. Then palms together, thumbs between the shoulder blades. Opening the upper back and underarms. Keeping the lower back long and stable. And straighten the arms. Nice and smooth, shifting your weight forward. Warrior three. Take your time. You're working to get parallel to the floor, but the priority is to just feel stable. So if that means you're lifted, that's perfectly fine. Find that control of your center point over your left leg. Then maybe you try and get that level parallel line. Nice and smooth, you step back, high lunge. Palms together, thumbs to your heart. You fold and twist to the left. Revolve side angle. On inhale, we come back to center, high lunge. And exhale, hands to the floor as you step back. And then a gentle bend in the knees. You look forward, and on exhale, you float or step those feet outside of your hands. Coming into a squat. You sit the hips low. If this bothers your knees, your hips or ankles, you can always sit yourself down. And then whether you're sitting down or in squat, we're all going to straighten that right arm out. The right arm's on the inside of that right knee, so that right arm can push back against that right knee as that left arm sweeps up towards the ceiling. Nice open line from hand to hand. If you want to go tighter, you can wrap that right elbow around your right shin, left arm around your back as you catch hands. Rolling the shoulders back, keeping the sternum lifted. And back to center. You take a breath. And that left arm now straightens up, bending that left knee back. And that right arm reaches up. Staying nice and open across the collarbone. Nice and lifted with the center of your chest. You bind if you like. Avoid that tendency to start to scrunch down into this. Try and lift up. Opening the front line of the body as you twist. Then back to center. You take a breath. From here, we're going into crow pose. If you know, you can go right into it. Otherwise, you keep it simple. The fingers spread wide, palms flat on the floor, about shoulder distance. Then the hips lift so that when you bend your knees, they come down on top of your triceps. The elbows are slightly bent as you start to lean forward. And you're reaching out in front of you rather than going down. You're reaching forward to move your center point over those hands. And one more breath, and you find your way to down dog. You can float, you can step. You take a vinyasa and you go straight there. From down dog on an inhale, the right leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward. Warrior one. Left heel spins in. The torso sweeps up. The hips and chest are trying to square with the top edge of the mat. That front knee's bending as close to 9 degrees as you like. Let the eyes soften. And straighten out that right leg. Keep trying to square the hips and chest as you fold forward over that right thigh for pyramid pose. The hands land wherever's comfortable as long as that right knee stays straight. So that right hip is pinned back. And that then lets you reach your torso forward over that right leg, rather than feeling like you're curling down into it. And with your next inhale, you're going to bend into that right knee and lift the torso back up, warrior one. Sweep the arms behind your back and release the fingers. Broad across the collarbone as you bow forward. Humble warrior. Torso drapes just inside that right thigh. The head hangs heavy. The arms work away from your back as much as you like. Inhale as you lift the torso. Keep the fingers interlaced behind you. Left heel peel so the hips can square. And then nice and smooth, you start to shift your weight forward, just like with Warrior 3, rising up over that right leg. We're making our way into toppling tree. So as you feel steady, you start to hinge at that right hip. The torso starts to fold forward. That left leg starts to lift up behind you. You can draw the arms away from your back. More importantly, getting a deep fold with the torso is simply feeling that you're in control. Nice and steady over that right leg. And again, you keep it together as you start to step that left foot back. The toes touch, the arms sweep up, high lunge. And exhale, hands to the floor as you step back. Down dog or vinyasa. Inhale the left leg. And exhale, you step the foot forward. Warrior one. You settle in. And straighten out that left leg as you reach out over that thigh, folding forward for pyramid. Notice if that left hip kind of drifted out on you, and if so, pull it back towards the midline. The torso is extending forward so that you feel long over that left leg. Then bending that left knee as you rise back up. Warrior one. Sweep the arms behind your back. Interlace the fingers. And exhale, folding forward. Humble warrior. Drifting just inside that left leg so that your left shoulder doesn't hook on the thigh. Inhale, rising up, keeping the fingers interlaced. Right heel peels. High lunge so that you're square with the top edge of the mat. And then nice and smooth, shifting your weight out over that left leg. And as you feel steady, and the torso start to fold forward as that right leg lifts up behind you. Maybe drawing those arms away from your back. Toppling tree. Nice and easy. Right foot steps back. Toes are curled, torso lifts. High lunge. And exhale, hands to the floor as you find your way to down dog. Then exhale the right foot forward. You lower the left knee, uncurl the toes, sink the hips as the arms reach up. Crescent lunge. Drawing your hips towards that right heel, reaching the arms up and back. And release the hands to the floor. And that right foot is going to just slide straight back outside that left calf. So your thighs are crossed. And you walk yourself back, coming to stand on your shins. Setting up for kneeling eagle. And you can always take those thighs side by side. If that cross thigh position doesn't feel good for your hips or knees, whether the thighs are crossed or side by side, the arms out in front. There'll be that right elbow underneath the left. Cross the elbows, twist the tie the forearms. You try and lift those elbows to shoulder height while keeping your low back long. And on exhale, untie your arms. Hands to the floor as you start to sit yourself back. And once you sit down, you're going to just take this left leg and sweep it straight out in front of you. And that right thigh is crossed on top of that left, setting up for elephant pose. Trying to get the knees to stack as best as you can. And that right arm reaches up. Then the elbow hands between the shoulder blades. Left arm can work it back and down. Or you trace the horizon and you catch hands behind you. You stay nice and tall, or you start to lean forward over your thighs. And inhale, rising. You untie your arms. Now we're going to take this right knee and just draw it over towards the right edge of the mat. So now that right ankle crosses just above your left knee. Hands on the floor outside your hips. You lean back as you bend that left knee, putting the left foot flat on the floor. Then you start to walk your hips towards your heel towards your hips. Trying to bring this right calf as close to your upper chest as you can. For seated pigeon. As you build that tension, try and avoid having that right knee come in closer than the ankle is. You're trying to keep the knee and the ankle of that right leg on the same plane, parallel to the chest. And release the tension. You cross the ankles as you roll forward. Down dog or vinyasa. And exhale, your left foot steps forward. The right knee lowers, toes uncurl. Hips sink as the torso sweeps up. Crescent lunge. Feel that long line from the front of the right knee all the way up through the crown of the head. And nice upward lift and rolling back. Then exhale, hands to the floor. And that left foot's going to slide straight back outside that right calf. The thighs are crossed. And you walk yourself back, trying to find your balance on your shins. And again, you can always go side by side with those thighs. Once you find your base, arms on the front, left elbow under the right. Cross the elbows, twist you tie the forearms. Trying to lift those elbows to shoulder height. Untie your arms. Hands to the floor just to help steady you out as you sit yourself back. Once your hips touch down, that right leg goes straight, and that left thigh crosses over top. Trying to stack the knees as best you can. And left arm reaches up. Bend the elbow. Right hand can work it back. Or you trace the horizon and you catch hands behind you. You can stay upright or start to lean forward. Inhale as you rise up. You relax the arms. You draw that left knee just straight over to the left side of the mat. So that left ankle's crossed over the right knee. Hands outside your hips. You lean back and put that right foot on the floor. Then you just start to walk your hips towards the heel towards the hips. Keep the low back drawing and the sternum lifted. Then you release the tension. Cross the ankles. Roll forward. Down dog or vinyasa. Then sliding forward in the plank. And on exhale, you lower to the floor. You stack your hands, you take a breath. Preparing for 3 rounds of bow. So you bend the knees. You reach the arms back, catching hold of your feet or your ankles. You can always do it straight arms and straight legs if you prefer. And on your next inhale, you peel the head, the chest, the thighs up off the mat. Lifting as much of you off the floor as you can. And exhale, relax. Nice full breath. And inhale, you rise once again. And exhale, relax. Third and final one. On an inhale, you rise up. And exhale, lower down. You stack your hands, you rest your cheek. You breathe. Nice full inhales. Feel the torso expanding. And hands under your shoulders as you press the hips to your heels. Chakra pose. You tuck yourself in. Inhale as you rise up. You sit over to the side of your feet. And you bring your legs out front. Paschimottanasana. The feet are flexed. The arms reach up. And on exhale, you fold forward. And inhale, you reach out beyond your feet as you rise up. You sweep the arms around in front. And on exhale, you lower yourself down onto your back. Come to lie flat. And bend the knees, feet flat. Arms alongside the body, preparing for 3 rounds of back bends on our back. The arms can stay alongside the body for bridge, or hands above the shoulders for upward facing dog. And on your next inhale, you press down into your feet to lift the hips, low back, middle back, upper back if you like. And exhale, relax. Nice full breath. And inhale, you push down to go up once again. And exhale, relax, lowering down. Nice full breath. And third and final one, on an inhale. You push into your feet and rise up as high as you want to go. And exhale, lower down. Once you come down, you just draw your knees into your chest. You wrap your arms around your shins. Nice tight squeeze. And the arms alongside the body. Palms flat, legs go straight up. You can hang out right there, or shoulder stand. Toes towards the floor beyond your head. Once the hips lift, the elbows bend, hands against your low back. A few more breaths if you want any variations. And coming back to center, toes towards the floor beyond your head for plow. Hips are high, low back's open. You release the hands, fingers point forward. And nice and smooth, you unravel. Come to lie flat on your back. Once down, the legs are straight, the arms alongside the body. Preparing for fish. You push down into your hands and elbows. Lift the head and torso. Arc the spine. Roll the shoulders back, releasing the crown of the head towards the floor behind you. And exhale as you lower down. You draw your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. And taking the arms into a T. Elbows bend 90 degrees. You release the knees over to the left. One final twist. Back to center. And over to the right. Back to center. And on exhale, you extend the legs. Shavasana. Slowly begin taking deeper inhales, more active exhales. Gently waking the body back up. You start to wiggle the fingers and toes. You roll the wrists and ankles, arms and legs. Then turn the palms flat down onto the ground, gripping the floor as you inhale, grounding yourself. And exhale as you draw your knees into your chest. You wrap your arms around your shins. And you rock over to your right side. You rest there for a moment in the seat of full potential. And as you're ready on inhale, you slowly rise up to sitting. You come into a comfortable seated posture. The spine is tall, shoulders are back. Chest is lifted, heart is open. Back of the neck is long and the eyes remain closed. Then palms together at heart center, thanking yourself and each other for being here. Clear mind, peaceful mind. Peaceful speech, loving speech. Loving heart, clear heart. Namaste. Thank you all for joining. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next week.